What is going on, everybody? Leo here, and we are back with the Diaz Traveling Show, episode number 11. This time we took a pit stop over to Nova Scotia. We actually headed back home for a little bit because we had to spend a bit of time with our family. When I say had to, we wanted to. It's actually really a big part of our lives is to spend time as much as we can with our family over in Nova Scotia, since being in Calgary makes it a little difficult from time to time. And especially during the pandemic, this was a good time to do it. COVID has totally made it difficult, really hard to plan, and this was a much needed break to recharge our batteries and try and figure out where we're going to go next. And it was good to have a break and kind of be in one spot for a while instead of, country hopping. Now, the funny part is we tried to avoid winter, Canadian winters, as long as we could, leaving the country for a year. And we said we're going to just avoid winter as much as we can and kind of chase most of summer, maybe a bit of fall. So much for that happening because we ended up right in the middle of it. I mean, we couldn't have picked a colder time to come back to Canada, but it was fun. We got a lot of time to spend outside. It got warm a few points here and there, and it was manageable. And a really big reason of why we came back during this time was Christmas, and was also to see family. And it was really important for Dom to keep seeing his cousins, his Auntie Heather and Uncle Tibor, and his Nan and Grandpa. Because again, they're all the way across the country, and we don't see them as much as we would like to. Now, Dom loves hanging out with his Nan and Grandpa, but the only thing that would make him happier is hanging out with his cousins. And you should see when he gets together with his cousins. These guys become absolute nutters. They are just crazy. When they get together, oh my gosh, like it just goes all out, buck wild, fun for these kids. Nothing makes them happier than getting together and just being goofy. They find ways to play with each other. They interact just in such a way that you can't help but smile. And they're just such goofballs when they get together. And it's so fun to watch. And that's such a benefit of coming back to Nova Scotia. Now, one thing that did happen is that we bought a car so we could go explore a little bit more easily around the province. However, we got scammed. I'm not going to get into it, but in the end, we ended up breaking even. Thanks, Pat. He's the neighbor that actually helped us sell the car, fix the car and sell it so we could actually get the money back, and that was great. It gave us the opportunity to go traveling around the province. We went to quite a few places, and it was actually really cool just kind of exploring in the dead of winter. Went to a few places, and yeah, it was really fun just getting back in touch with Nova Scotia and seeing what's out there. And again, not having to deal with hordes of people. So it was super awesome to just be able to explore at our own leisure. It really gave us the opportunity just to enjoy the moment, enjoy the time that we had together, and just go at our own pace. We went to some places that we've been before and some new places, and we just lived in the moment and enjoyed what it had to offer there and just explored and had a great time. Now, Donna and I talked about this, and we both agree that being back in Nova Scotia and in Canada and just kind of enjoying the moments that we have here really allow us to appreciate what we have in our lives. This opportunity to go traveling, this opportunity that we have to hang out with our kid and our family. It's fantastic. And it's great that we have this opportunity and this time, but at the same time, it makes us realize just how quickly everything is going by. If anything, it's a stark reminder just to enjoy the time that you have and make the most of the moments that you guys have in front of you. Why do you think my father-in-law looks so happy to see me every single time I'm there? So that wraps up our time here in Nova Scotia. I hope you guys had a blast because we certainly did, and naturally we're going to be back. So join us again for our next adventure. It's going to be local. We're going to stay in Canada for a bit, but after that we're going to be jumping on an airplane and going across the seas once again. So until then, we'll see you guys. Stay tuned and stay safe.